अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वेलकम टू संडे ब्रंच विद लुबना। एक बार फिर मैं हाजिर हूँ आप लोगों के साथ। थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर स्टार्टिंग योर मॉर्निंग्स ऑफ विद संडे ब्रंच। और आप देखते हैं TV1, वी नो यू हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ चॉइसेस एंड यू चीज़ TV1, सो थैंक यू सो वेरी मच फॉर दैट। और रमज़ान माशाल्लाह बहुत तेज़ी से आ भी गया। अभी लास्ट संडे में बात कर रही थी कि मंडे से रोज़े शुरू होंगे एंड ऑलरेडी कल हो जाएगा 1 वीक एग्जैक्टली। सो उम्मीद है आप लोगों के रमज़ान बहुत अच्छा गुजर रहा होगा। एंड नॉट ओनली दैट, आप TV1 के साथ हैं तो ह्यूस्टन की टाइम की अजान भी आप सुन सकते हैं, चाहे वो फजर की हो, चाहे वो आप रोज़ा खोल रहे हों, मगरिब की भी हो, तो आप देख सकते हैं हमारे साथ। मैं यहाँ का नंबर देना चाहती हूँ आप लोगों को। इट इज़ 855-886-6387 एक्सटेंशन 4। ये एक्सटेंशन बहुत ज़रूरी है कि अगर आपने हमारे शो तक पहुँचना है और कॉल करके कोई बात करनी है। जो लोग आज पहली बार देख रहे हैं शो को, दोज ऑफ यू दैट आर वाचिंग फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, व्हाट हैपेंस ऑन द शो इज़ आई इनवाइट पीपल from our community and they talk about what they do, what they've done in the past, people you should know about, people you can learn about, and आप उनके बारे में सीखते हैं और सवाल भी कर सकते हैं. And of course I do my interview with our guest, but not only that, I also bring a topic on the show, which is a thought-provoking show, because I believe it's important. If we have a platform of a TV, then we should use it wisely and discuss issues and topics that definitely can help us, can help you. So that's a little bit about the show for those of you watching for the first time. And with that said, I want to, of course, tell you about our guests that are on our show, introduce them to you, and of course, I have so many questions for them. We'll talk to them too. The first guest we have is Sadia Jalali. Assalamu alaikum, Sadia. How are you?
Assalam. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
No problem. And of course, we'll ask you many questions too in just a few minutes. And the second guest we have is Khatiza Qasim. And how are you, Khatiza?
I'm doing good, Shukr. How about you, Lubna?
I'm doing good too. I'm just trying to get my dupatta fixed up. Anyway, see, this is such a live show. But Khatiza, of course, I want to welcome you for taking the time out for coming to the show.
Thanks, Lubna, for having me on the show.
No problem. I have lots of questions to ask you
Sure.
too.
Looking forward.
Sadia, now with you, I want to go and ask you a question. There's so many questions. I know you're a family therapist. And of course, Ramzan is a time where we try to correct ourselves, try to do the right thing. I think something that's really important is also mending our relationships. What do you have to say for that when it comes to mending your relationships?
You know, absolutely. Ramzan is such a time for, introspection, looking at ourselves, trying to better ourselves, improve ourselves. And everyone's heart is a little bit softer during this month. Everyone's a little more, happier, more willing to talk to people. And so, yeah, if you've got relationships that are not working well in your life, or you've had maybe some grudges or things like that, this is a wonderful time. We ask Allah to forgive us in this month, and we look for the mercy in the month. And it's basically, we would want to do that and extend that to our relationships as well.
Of course. Now, you're talking about grudges, and I know not just in our community, in all different communities, they have this issue where there are grudges. They're holding on to not just 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years.
Yeah.
Many places they've been not talking for many, many years. What is something you would recommend to people who are watching right now, because we have people watching in Canada and the US, what is something that you could recommend to them who have not spoken for many months or years?
That's a great point that you bring up. This is a major issue. I've worked with our community in therapy for about 10 years now, and I see a lot of our people, and this is very common. I haven't spoken to my brother in 5 years. Last time I spoke to my, there's my uncle. There's several years will pass and they won't speak to their relatives. So yeah, basically, the difference I think in a time like Ramzan is that you have this opportunity to even just wish them Ramzan Mubarak.
Right.
You have this opportunity to just do something nice, and it's not too late. People think, oh, so many years have passed, how can I do that? The thing is, you probably don't even remember what you argued about and what that last phone call was and how terrible it was. You remember maybe one issue of it, but at the end of the day, it's so many years have passed and you've missed out on a really great relationship.
Right.
So no, it's not too late, and it's a great time to you should be the one that puts your, kind of foot first, and
Right.
that Allah's
And
welcoming of
and
that.
it doesn't matter if you're older or younger, right? It doesn't matter who takes the
Absolutely.
first step, as long as you
No,
take the step.
Absolutely, because you want to move forward. You want to
Right.
be able to have that relationship with that person. It is important.
Of course. And another thing, talking about relationships, Ramzan is here, so a lot of weddings are like not happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I know the minute the Ramzan finishes, a lot of weddings start happening.
Mm-hmm.
And now I was reading an article that weddings are 6 digits now. That's how much we are spending on weddings nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that's really important to ask you is that obviously when you're spending 6 digits on a wedding, being it your daughter, your son, whoever's getting married, do you think it's important to get counseling done before you get married, or you think, it doesn't make a difference? What do you think, in your professional opinion?
Yeah, no, I will tell you, you're absolutely right. We're going to come up on wedding season after Eid,
Right.
and with not just the time that people spend, the money people spend, the
Right,
time,
the
investment in time. It's 6 years. 6 months to 1 year at least,
course.
of preparation for this 3-hour night. And what tools did we give that couple to be able to make their marriage last?
Right,
We want
of
them to be
course.
happy. We want them to be a successful marriage.
Right,
And
of
so
course.
I absolutely believe in premarital counseling and premarital workshops. You don't have to have it so sometimes intensely individually if that's uncomfortable to you, but maybe just premarital education.
Right.
And the state of Texas actually has a statistic that says if a couple engages in 8 hours of premarital education before they get married, their likelihood of divorce goes down by 85%.
85%.
85%.
Wow, that
it's
is
a big
amazing.
number. And so absolutely, I think premarital education is the way our community needs to start working towards,
Right,
just to invest into the relationship, not just the wedding.
Right, and I can understand that people spend on gifts and stuff. I said even a wedding gift you can give the couple, because down the
that'd be
lane,
amazing.
all that time, all that work, plus it's a very emotional roller coaster to begin with. So I think with premarital counseling, I think it definitely makes sense with that. Another question I wanted to ask you was, in our community, and I know in different communities too, in our community we have a lot of elderly. We have a lot of respect for the elderly, or we're supposed to have respect for those people who don't. But obviously there are people who are young adults who have parents with them or not even living with them, or even they visit. Obviously there's a big issue about tolerance, because बहुत बड़ा है कोई तो वो क्या कहते हैं एक्सपेक्ट करता है मैं बड़ा हूँ, जो छोटा है तो होता है जी मैं छोटा हूँ वो बड़े थे. What can you, is there certain guidelines you can give them where things can be peaceful or no?
Well, I think it's a matter of respect both ways, and I think that our culture in the past would have kind of the one-way respect where it was just going up,
Right.
And there is that, and that's true, and that should remain there. It is
Right.
important to respect our elders, of course. But I think that a lot of the younger generation was maybe born and raised here, so
Right.
they're part of a different culture as well. So in trying to keep in time with both of those cultures, sometimes they're used to this idea that they also have a voice. They
Right,
also have
exactly.
something useful to say or something beneficial to say.
Right.
So again, just kind of being open to the two-way communication, and neither side, again, back to what we were saying about
Right, it
holding
doesn't
on
matter.
to who puts who
Right.
calls first or who says sorry first. It should go both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. Definitely lots of important information. And now going to Khatiza, I wanted to ask you. Obviously, we talked about relationships, but another big important thing that happens is, especially for the month of Ramzan, we have sahris. When we wake up before Fajr and eat and get the family, feed the family. Now, let me ask you a very important question that's on a lot of people's mind. Is that it's already 1 week into Ramzan. Already tomorrow will be 1 week exactly. Obviously, when you wake up for Sahri, we don't have that much time to do things. How can we make life easier?
Yeah, so one thing, it's very important, pre-planning.
Pre-planning,
So, you have a shorter of time. So
Right.
you have to prepare ahead of time.
Exactly.
So just make a list what you want to feed your family. So just come up with the item food which you want to,
Right.
and get your grocery list ready and start preparing ahead of time.
Ahead of time,
So
right.
for example, you cannot eat the oatmeal all the time or cereal or anything. You need to come up with a lot of new items. So I want you to make a oatmeal chapati.
Or chapati.
Or oatmeal pancakes, and you can make all this ahead of time, and it's
Right.
really a good fiber. It's a good kick of fiber, and you can always eat with the omelette. And for omelette, you cannot feed all the time omelette, just scrambled egg or boiled egg. Or
Right. You have to give it
so
some
you have
variety.
a variety. So just chop some vegetables in advance, like onion, tomatoes.
So can we cut all those things and put them the night before, so in the morning at Sahri time you're not cutting up,
Yes,
chopping
but
up vegetables?
Definitely.
What
ahead
about
of
protein?
time,
What
like,
about chicken?
So for
Chicken and stuff?
chicken should be cooked ahead of time.
Okay.
And you can cook the chicken and keep it in the fridge at least like 4 days.
4 days, okay.
It won't go bad. I mean, it just depends on the temperature of the fridge,
Right.
how frequently you open the door. So you just make sure
Right,
your
right.
temperature and everything. And you can prepare ahead of time everything.
Right.
Just put everything in the fridge.
It's all about pre-planning,
It's
basically.
all about the pre-plan, and then just start. Just pull, just open the fridge and see what you have. You have an egg red. You have all the chopped vegetables. You have a wraps red, the oatmeal, or if you don't have a oatmeal chapati or anything, go for a good options like a whole wheat chapati,
Right.
or whole wheat bread, whatever. Like there are a lot of ton of options. You don't have to eat all the time just the cereal.
Exactly. And we're talking about Sahri now when we're opening our roza, when it's iftari time. Again, it gets very complicated. And the typical thing we usually have are pakoras, and we have all those fattening items. So are there certain things quick tips you can give away to our viewers where we still have the taste and we still have something healthy? What about that?
Yeah,
for
it's a very,
iftari?
very good question. Yes, very true. This food, this is for us to eat.
Right.
And we don't want to compromise. And I'm not saying you
Right.
should compromise because this is our food. We need to enjoy, right?
Exactly.
The thing is that we can make a slight modification, a slight adjustment. And that really helps, not you, the whole family, right?
Right, of course.
So, for example, you're making a samosa. Instead of
Samosa, right.
deep frying the samosa, you can always bake it.
Really? So what, you put it in the oven and
You
what
can bake-
temperature?
or
You have to
see-
give the recipe out.
Yeah, sure. See, you have basically, you need to learn the techniques.
Right.
See, you have the samosa baked and everything. There's 2 techniques.
Right.
Either you just spray on samosa on a tray and you bake it, or you can just pan fried. Pan fried is
right.
just instead of like a deep fry, just put a lot of oil. Just have a drizzle some oil, just swirl around your pan.
Wow,
Just
okay.
to just the moist the pan, just get it.
Right.
Or you can just spray if you're comfortable with the oil spray. Just spray it
Right.
and put your samosa.
Of course.
Just
with that.
arrange your samosa accordingly. Don't do crowded, others it will create a steam and it will soggy. So
Okay.
just on a moderate heat and just cook your samosa because it's already cooked. The keema or whatever the meat
Right,
you
the
have, it is
meat
already
itself.
cooked. You just have to make it a golden brown,
Right,
make it presentable to eat.
Right,
And for pakora, there's another good substitute. Instead of deep frying pakora, the same batter, make it a little thinner, and you can make like a pancakes. Like you
that's
make
good. Just
like
make
a
a flat
dosa,
thing in a tray.
like you make a dosa. It's the
Right.
same format. Just make it a little dilute, little thin,
Right.
and just easy on vegetables, fine chopped. There's an own cook, and
Right.
you just swirl around and
That's a
just
good
cook it
idea.
like 2-3 minutes. Then you just flip it over
Flip
for
it
2-3 minutes. It's all cooked.
Wow.
And see, you're getting the same taste. Everything is the same,
Right.
but just a little modification, and you are saving a lot of
Right,
fats
right.
and everything.
Of course. And to our viewers, you can call in and ask questions if you like. Our number is 855-886-6387 extension 4. You see the number on the screen too. तो आप भी कॉल करके पूछ सकते हैं बात या अपनी कुछ शेयर कर सकते हैं. Khadija, another question which I think is so important, be it going to an iftari in a restaurant or going to in a banquet hall. Many times what happens is the iftari, usually the food is there for the adults, meaning usually the stuff that we like. But then I always think about the children, and I'm like, there should be some things that bachche bhi enjoy kar paaye. So are there some things that you could tell us and recommend to our viewers where the kids would like that taste too?
Yeah, exactly. Let me share you my experience. My daughter Rabia, when she was growing old, mashallah, she has gone to college now.
Oh, wow.
So whenever I tell her, Rabia, let's go, I don't want to come, Mom, there's a lot of biryani there. There's nothing for me. So you know what, I came up with the idea that we can always make some kids-friendly recipes, right? Ahead of time.
Right.
So the great idea is you have a naan all the time at home, the desi naan or like desi chapatis and all that. So tell your child, let's build up our own pizza. You can build up your own pizza. It's very simple. Take a naan and you just spread some pizza sauce. The sauce is available easily in the market, or you can create your own. And tell your child, pick up your favorite vegetables, whatever they like it. Normally they say, no, I don't like it. But just encourage, like, you know,
Encourage them, you know what, it's okay,
onion
try
or
this.
tomatoes or bell pepper or something similar to their favorite pizza place, right? And just sprinkle some vegetables, some cheese on it,
Right.
and just put it in the oven. If not, then put it in the microwave. And see, bang, your pizza is ready.
So this pizza you're talking about, is it on the naans to make it on? Or are you talking about the special dough you get for the pizza?
No, not any kind of a pita bread, any kind
And
of
how long
naan.
do you put it in the oven? See, I'm going to be making this tonight for the kids. But how long do you put it in the oven for?
See, just for 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, if your naan is like a frozen, then
Frozen
it take longer. If not, then just 5
5
to 7 minutes.
And what temperature do you put it at?
Normally 325 to 350.
Okay.
And the second option is like you can build up your own burger. So we
Okay.
have a lot of shami kebabs
Shami
or
kebabs
shish
and-
kebabs,
right.
whatever. Simply give them a bun, like, you know, I mean,
Go ahead, make
just tell
something.
them to spread some mayonnaise, put them like favorite, you know, whatever the shish kebab,
Right.
and some tomatoes, onion, and just cover on the top. And you
Of
can build your
course,
burger.
Build your own burger. And I think it'd be fun for the children too. One, I think for Ramzan, it also will make your roza go quicker for the children. Plus, it'll give them something, you know what, I made this. And I think that's important also to get them involved. One more thing I wanted to ask you was about, obviously, the weather is hot, especially in Houston. The weather is wonderful here. And many times, you know, kids are off from school, but I'm sure a lot of kids should be active, hopefully. So are there some cool drinks you can recommend where it's something that the kids will like, be nutritious too? What would you recommend?
Yes, again, relate to my daughter. We always make a watermelon soda at home.
Watermelon soda?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to give me the recipe now.
Yeah, I will, sure. It's very, very simple. You just get the watermelon in the small chunks
Right.
and just blend.
Okay.
Completely just blend. It's just puree, like, you know.
Exactly.
And then just fill up like a 3/4 of your glass.
Right.
Okay, and just have like little, like I would say, a 1/4 cup of soda, Sprite or 7-Up. And this is it.
Okay. and
Rather
that's
than
it.
just drinking like sugary sodas and sugary like drinks and all that.
Oh,
And
okay.
second, you can have like 100% the
Okay,
carrot
so
juice.
we have to take we'll come back to that.
Yeah,
we have to
sure.
take a break. Anyway, आप लोग कहीं मत जाइएगा. We'll be right back after some messages.